So in the last class, we have talked about or started with planning. Uh, Planning, which is one of the major uh, functions of management, you can say. And in the last class, we have also seen how to write business plan and all that. যেটা তোমাদের ওই, like, it is important for your that business plan competition also. But today we will not discuss on business plan anymore. Today we will concentrate on planning again, as per our syllabus. So basically, we have,
Good evening, sir.
good evening. Good evening.
শুভ চতুর্থী।
Same to you, same to all of you. Shubh Chaturthi. So আমরা লাস্ট ক্লাসে প্ল্যানিং নিয়ে আলোচনা করেছিলাম, তো আজকে আমরা প্ল্যানিংটাই কন্টিনিউ করব। অ্যান্ড তারপর আমরা একটু একটা কেস স্টাডি একটু আলোচনা করার চেষ্টা করব, একটা কেস স্টাডি নিয়েও। তো যাই হোক, সো বেসিক্যালি আমরা দেখেছিলাম in the last class what is planning and all that, and we have got that for management planning is most important, as because without proper plan we cannot accomplish a task in a particular way, any task actually. So today we will try to understand what are the significance of planning. That means what are the importance of actually, what are the importance of planning, why, what are the importance of it. So আমরা সেটা নিয়ে একটু আলোচনা করার চেষ্টা করব। So basically there are several advantages of planning, like in military there is a saying that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That means without a plan, a manager are set up to encounter errors, waste and delays. That means if your plan is not proper, then obviously you will going to have some error in your job, in your task. You will waste your resources and it will be delay. So basically plan helps a manager to organize the resources and activities efficiently and effectively to achieve goals. That we know actually, that plan helps a manager to organize the resources and their activities very efficiently and effectively towards the achievement of the goal. So there are different advantages of planning. Like plan gives an organization a sense of direction. That means in what direction you want to move as an as organization, in what direction you want to move. Your plan will give you the direction. Without the plan, again you will get some error, you will waste your time, that is your time, your money and all that, and it will be a delay. So plan helps you to get a direction. Next is help to get attention on objectives and results. Whatever your objective, where you ultimately want to reach, and what should be your result, what is your desired result. Plan helps to focus on these things. Next, it establishes a basis for teamwork. Plan establishes a basis for the teamwork. It helps to get the move as a team. If you are good plan, if your plan is ready, if you know who will be there in your plan, who will not be there in your plan, it will give you that thing as well. Then it helps to anticipate problems and cope with change. That is very important actually. Plans, if you have good plan, then you can easily come out of the problems, and you can easily cope up with the changes which is occurring every day actually. I mean, suppose you want to uh, accomplish on task, যখন তুমি ইনিশিয়ালি শুরু করলে তোমার পারিপার্শ্বিক পরিস্থিতি একরকম ছিল, ডিউরিং দ্য কোর্স অফ দ্য টাইম মেবি your surroundings will be changed, your circumstances will be changed. So if you have good plan to handle that, then you can easily cope up with that changes, which is very needed, which is very much important. Next, it provides guidelines for decision making. Now ultimately, as a manager, we have to take lots of decisions in our life for the organization, and plan helps. Plan will set up a basis for that. I mean, what decision you should take. Plan, if you have good plan, it will give you the basis for that. So these are lots of advantages of planning. Like it also serves as a prerequisite to employing all other management functions. That means planning is the primary management function, you know, and all the other management functions, all the like organizing, like staffing, like leading, like controlling, all the other management functions, it will those functions will be very easy to implement if you have good plan. So these are some of the advantages of planning we have, and it's very obvious. We can very easily understand that if you have for the simple things in our life, if you don't have good plan, it is a difficulty. You have to face lots of difficulties for that. So that's why planning is very important. Next, there are different disadvantages also lies in the planning. Actually, in anything, anything, there is some advantage and simultaneously some disadvantages came with it, hand in hand. Now, in case of planning, also there are some disadvantages, like according to Terry, managerial planning can be made accurately only if the events in future are predicted accurately. That means, in case of planning, if you understand what is planning, then you can easily understand that planning, it's a kind of forecasting things. You have to forecast that if this thing happens, so my strategy will be this. My direction will be this. If something else happens, then I have to take some other route. So obviously, with planning, there are some forecasting mechanisms is involved. So that's why Terry has rightly said that managerial planning can be made accurately only if the events in future, whatever events will happen in future, are predicted accurately. But the disadvantage is that adequate facts may not be available always. That is the problem. Suppose this pandemic situation, nobody knows during December 2019 that this kind of situation will come. So lots of things will be changed. So this is something unforeseen. This is something unforeseen which is very difficult to manage, as well as very difficult to handle, as well as you can say for this you have to change lots of things. You have to change in your plan. If you are a business person, if you are, or whatever maybe you are a normal business, ordinary person, সেক্ষেত্রেও কিন্তু আমাদের লাইফের অনেক কিছু চেঞ্জ আমাদের করতে হয়েছে ডিউ টু দিস প্যান্ডেমিক সিচুয়েশন এন্ড অল দ্যাট। সো দ্যাট ওয়াজ আনফোরসিন, সামথিং আনফোরসিন। সো এইসব ক্ষেত্রে প্ল্যানিং অনেক সময় হয়তো ফুল মানে অ্যাকুরেটলি করা যায় না। কিছু জিনিস আছে যেগুলো ডিউরিং দ্য কোর্স অফ দ্য টাইম তোমাকে বা মানে রান টাইমে তোমাকে ডিসিশন নিতে হয়। সো সেটা একটা ডিসঅ্যাডভান্টেজ অফ প্ল্যানিং। নেক্সট, good planning needs some investment, time, money, effort. These are required to make a good plan, because you have to analyze the data which is available to you. You have to formulate something with this data. You have to revision your plan. So it's a time-consuming process and as well as expensive. So that is another disadvantage you can say. Now, the third is that, as I told you, that planning takes time. Therefore, adequate time is needed. Next, sometimes happens like planning may create a false opinion that all problems will be solved if the plans are implemented. অনেক সময় হয় আমাদের প্ল্যান করতে গিয়ে আমাদের যদি প্ল্যানটা আমাদের ফুল প্রুফ না হয় সেক্ষেত্রে হয়তো আমরা একটা রং ডিসিশন পেয়ে থাকি যে আমরা এইভাবে জিনিসটাকে সলভ করে দেবো, বাট তার যে আরেকটা দিক থাকতে পারে সেই দিকটা যদি আমাদের সেই সময় মাথায় না আসে তাহলে কিন্তু আমরা অনেক সময় প্ল্যানিং এ শর্টফল থেকে যায় এবং প্রবলেম হয়। So that is another disadvantage because as I told you, এটা সবটাই হয় তার কারণ হচ্ছে planning is a forecasting method kind of thing. It's a forecasting thing. You have to forecast lots of things. You have to pre-assume, you have to assume lots of things that yes, this will happen, this will continue in that way. But if the thing is not continuing in that way, then some problem happens. So that's the difficulties. That's the disadvantages of planning. Next, the effectiveness of planning may be greatly influenced by external forces. Obviously, planning এর সঙ্গে অনেক external force, অনেক external things are involved, like your government, like your natural calamities, what is we're facing right now. So these things are there. These things are there with the plans. So obviously. These are not so easy thing to handle. You don't know when natural calamities will happen. You don't know when government policies will change. But if you can forecast it, then you are a good planner. If you cannot forecast it, then your plan may fail. So these things are there. Now sometimes it happens like as you have made a plan and you are implementing that plan in your organization, so your organization becomes rigid. That means your organization cannot move beyond your plan. As you have told that, as a manager you have told that yes, you have to implement it in that way only. So your organization is strictly following your plan. So during following your plan, your organization may become rigid. So maybe there are some space to move, but your organization cannot move as because they are strict with the plan. Sometimes it creates problems. So that's why you told you that it makes entire organization setup extremely rigid. Now it leads to probable results and not assured goals. Plan can lead to probable result. Plan can say that okay, you may achieve this thing, but plan cannot assure by making a good plan, whatever foolproof plan it may be, but it cannot assure that okay, you certainly achieve this goal. That certainty is not there. Only the indication that you may achieve this goal, that you can achieve, that you can get from the plan. Now again, planning is not free from the biasness. Sometimes it may be biased. Sometimes it may be biased because there are lots of things are involved. Forecasting methods, statistical data. Based on that, we make plans. So it may not be biased always, but it should be. Obviously, it should be, but it may not be. I mean, sometimes it's not possible. Okay. Now during the planning process. The quality of output, if you want to measure the quality of output, so that will depend on the quality of input. Though it is true always, I think. I mean, not only during the plan, during the execution of the planning also, your quality of output majorly depend on the quality of input. Okay. So these things are there. Sometimes it encourages a false sense of security against risk of uncertainty. You know that there is some uncertainty, but in your mind you may be very satisfied. Okay, I have a good plan, so I don't have this risk. But that may be false because nobody knows how the situation will turn out. how the situation will turn out. So these things are in there actually. But despite the serious limitations, planning still recognized as the foremost function of the management. We know that these are some limitations, but still planning is important, planning is needed. So there is no doubt that unplanned operations shall produce chaos and disorder everywhere without exception. Okay. So planning is needed. Though there are some uncertainties involved, there are some forecasting methods are involved, there may be some false sense of security against the uncertainty. All the things are there, but still planning is important. Still planning is important. Okay. So these are the significance of planning, where some advantages and disadvantages we have talked about. We know that planning has lots of advantages, but there are some disadvantages also that we have to keep in our mind as a manager, as a good manager. So as a good manager, we have to make a good strategic planning, because it's a very basic job of the manager, that a manager has to make a good strategic planning. What is strategic planning basically? Strategic planning basically is the process of documenting and establishing a direction of your business basically. It will give you a direction to your business. Here you will deal with your mission as well as with your vision. You have to have your mission as well as you have to have your vision very clear. And not only that, your mission and vision should be communicated well to your employees. As a manager, it is very important for you. Now, your strategic plan should be written in a proper documented way, and it can play a very vital role in your business's growth. Okay. So basically, if you see the definition, the bookish definition, you can say definition of planning, then I mean strategic planning, then you will find that strategic planning is the art of creating specific business strategies, implementing those strategies and evaluating the results of executing the plan regarding a company's overall long-term goals or desires. So basically strategic planning, it is important for your organization's long-term goals and desires, to achieve the organization's long-term goals and desires. Strategic planning will help you to achieve your long-term goals and desire. I will discuss via some case study about this. Like so that is I'm saying that your mission and your vision should be clear. Now strategic planning is basically synonymous with strategic management. We got strategic management, which is basically strategic planning. Now there are 5 steps. If we see it very simply, there are 5 steps of strategic planning. At first, you have to analyze the current situation. Suppose your organization is facing loss, so you have to analyze your current situation, why you are facing this loss and why that thing is happening. So that is the analysis of the current situation. Next, you have to set your goal. That will be your mission as well as your vision. I will come to that. What is mission, what is vision, whatever may be the thing, I will come to that. So goal setting is the second step. Third step is the strategy formulation, that how you can come out of this situation. For that you have to make a strategic plan. That is, as a manager, this is very important for you. As a manager, this will be very important for you. That you have to take some strategy. You have to make some strategy. You have to make some way. You have to develop some way to come out of this situation. That is strategy formulation, and then you have to implement your strategy. Then you have to implement your strategy successfully in your organization, and finally you have to again check. You have to again compare that how much you have progressed from the previous status, how much you have progressed from the previous situation. So that is basically now if you find out that okay, you are in a better position previously after implementing the strategy, you are in a you are much more deteriorate. You have deteriorate much more. Then you have to control your strategic planning. Then you have to Sachin, I'm coming. You have to control the strategic plan. You have to change your strategic planning. So that is basically control and evaluation is. Yeah, Sachin, tell me.
So which level of management has the right to do the planning?
Uh, Planning actually, planning can be taken. I mean, planning is a process which is involved in every level of management, basically. But yeah, generally, middle level and upper level managers go for planning. Mainly middle level managers and upper level managers in some cases. And strategic management, most importantly, strategic planning, it is the it is taken by the middle level managers, middle level and upper level, again upper level managers. Okay, lower level managers generally don't go for strategic planning. Lower level বা operational level managers যাকে আমরা বলি, so operational level managers don't go for strategic planning. It is basically the part of the middle level and upper middle level and the upper level management. Okay, do you have anything to say, Sachin, on this regard?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
Thank
So
you, sir.
these are the 5 steps. These are the 5 steps of strategic planning. Now, as I told you, the mission and the vision. Now, what is mission? What is vision? Start with vision. What is vision? Now, vision is a statement, basically, a very small statement, typically 2-3 sentences, that gives the reader, and more importantly to your organization, a mental picture of what the organization hopes to become, or what the organization hopes to achieve. What is your ultimate goal? That will be reflected by your vision. What is the ultimate goal of the organization? Now, suppose the ultimate goal of our organization X is to become country leader in their segment. So that will be reflected. That should be reflected from the vision, which is a very small statement. Which is a very small statement, but that will be that should be in everybody's mind. That okay, my organization wants to reach at this position within this time. So that's our vision. And the value of vision statement is that it gives leadership and employees a shared goal, actually. So as I told you, it's the vision, it should be in everybody's mind, everybody of the organization. Organizational employees should try for achieve this thing. So that is vision. It's a very small statement. Now, mission is something elaborate. It is something elaborate. It is an explanation of why an organization exists and the path it will take to achieve its vision. So the process, the way, vision will say that how you will achieve your goal, how organization will reach to its goal. So that is mission. So vision is a very small statement. Mission is its explanation. You can say mission it is explanation. Vision's explanation can be think as a mission. So mission statements are typically shorter than a vision statement, but not always, and I mean are organization specific. Okay. This is a statement that describes what the organization is passionate about and why it exists. So these are mission and vision, basically the difference. Now, with specifying your mission and specifying your vision, you have to perform the gap analysis. Gap analysis means why you are in this situation. What is the gap? What is your fault? What is your shortfall, actually? Not, we should not say fault, shortfall. What is your shortfall? So you have to find out your gap, why you are not able to achieve your desired vision or desired mission. Next, you have to write your SMART goal. I will say you have to write your SMART goal. In the SMART goal, there will be, your goal should be specific. Your goal should be measurable. That every time you can measure that how much you have progressed. So measurable. It should be attainable. It should be realistic, and it should be timely. So that is basically becoming SMART goal. So specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely goals you should achieve. And next is you have to monitor your progress. Every time you have to monitor your progress. Not only every time, not you should not say every time. Periodically, you have to monitor your progress. How much progress you did. So that is basically the 5 steps of the strategic planning. And then if you see the advantages of strategic planning, you can understand that we don't have to say that strategic planning is very important, as because it facilitates communication between managers. ম্যানেজারদের মধ্যে কমিউনিকেশন বাড়ছে, তাদের মধ্যে সিনার্জি বাড়ছে, Next is it identifies the strategic goals and strategic intent. What is your goal? What is your intent? Like CEOs are usually the people who create goals and envision the future of the company. Now they are often engaged in many other activities and have less time to search for the best strategic fit. So যদি if you have a good strategic planning তাহলে strategic goal এবং strategic intent এগুলোকে খুব সহজেই আইডেন্টিফাই করা যায়। নেক্সট ইট রিডিউসেস দ্য রেজিস্ট্যান্স টু চেঞ্জ। যদি তোমার কাছে গুড স্ট্র্যাটেজিক প্ল্যানিং থাকে তাহলে তুমি জানো যে যে কোনো ক্ষেত্রেই আমরা চেঞ্জকে খুব ভয় পাই আমরা সবাই, এভরিবডি। ইট ইজ দ্য ভেরি বেসিক নেচার অফ হিউম্যান বিং। আজকে যদি আমি তোমাদের বলি, যখন আমরা তোমাদের বলেছিলাম যে ইনিশিয়ালি যে আমরা অনলাইনে ক্লাস করাবো, আমরা হয়তো চেঞ্জে ভয় পেয়েছিলাম যে অনলাইনে ক্লাস করে হবে, হেন কেন এই, কিন্তু আস্তে আস্তে আমরা সেটা করেছি। ইভেন আবার যখন আমাদের যদি আবার কোনো কিছু চেঞ্জ হয়, ধরা যাক যে আমরা বললাম যে আজকে থেকে আমরা জুমে ক্লাস নেব না, আমরা আজকে থেকে একটা নতুন সফটওয়্যার বানাচ্ছি সেখানে ক্লাস নেব। তো ইনিশিয়ালি হয়তো অনেকে বলবে যে কি করে আমরা ক্লাস করবো, কি করে জয়েন করবো, আমরা জানি না, সফটওয়্যারটা চিনি না। সো দিস চেঞ্জ অনেক সময় বেশিরভাগ ক্ষেত্রেই মানুষের ইনিশিয়ালি একটা চেঞ্জের প্রতি মানুষের একটা রেজিস্ট্যান্স থাকে। ইটস ভেরি বেসিক নেচার অফ দ্য হিউম্যান বিং। ইটস নট আ it is not anybody's fault. Every human being is like that. যে তারা চেঞ্জের ক্ষেত্রে আমরা অনেক সময় ভয় পেয়ে থাকি। সো এখানেও আছে সেটা, এখানেও সেটা আছে, চেঞ্জের ক্ষেত্রে আমরা ভয় পাই। সো দ্যাট ইজ এই যে চেঞ্জের ক্ষেত্রে ভয়টা, ইফ ইউ হ্যাভ এ গুড স্ট্র্যাটেজিক প্ল্যানিং তাহলে আমরা সেই ভয়টাকে আমরা অনেকটা রিডিউস করতে পারি। ওকে, now also if you have a good strategic plan, you can allocate the different resources within your organization in a better way. If you have good strategic planning, then you can allocate your organization, your resources in a good way. That is improves resource allocation. Next, it will also give you competitive advantage. Also give you competitive advantage. So leads to sustainable competitive advantage. So these are some advantages of strategic planning. Now there are some disadvantages again. As I told you, everything has its advantage and disadvantage. There is nothing in the world, in the universe, that only it has some advantage, no disadvantages there. There are some advantages as well as some disadvantages. So disadvantage is that it is costly to perform for small and medium business. From small medium business এর পক্ষে strategic planning করা, এটা করা ওইটা করা, এত কিছু মেনটেন করা অনেক সময় অসুবিধাজনক হয়ে যায়। বিকজ স্মল এবং মিডিয়াম বিজনেসের ক্ষেত্রে তাদের ক্ষেত্রে টাইম কম থাকে, তাদের ক্ষেত্রে ম্যান পাওয়ার কম থাকে, তাদের ক্ষেত্রে রিসোর্স কম থাকে, তাদের অনেক কম রিসোর্সে অনেক বেশি গোল অ্যাচিভ করার টার্গেট থাকে। সো স্মল এবং মিডিয়াম বিজনেসের জন্য স্ট্র্যাটেজিক প্ল্যানিং and all that sometimes it becomes difficult. Now again, the process is not so simple. Its process is very complex. Formulating a good strategic planning is not a so simple thing. For that you have to analyze lots of data. You have to gather lots of data to analyze it. You have to formulate it. You have to compare it with your competitors. So your competitors' data is needed. Every time you have to monitor your progress. Every time you have to control the thing. So it's a complex process. There are some unexpected factors also. Every time some uncertainty is involved. We don't know what will be about 2021, how it will be. We don't know whether we will be able to overcome this pandemic situation in 2021 or not. So these uncertainties are always there. Whether we will get the so-called vaccine to come out of this situation, we don't know. This is not certain. Nobody can tell you certainly that okay, at that time you will get this thing, and there will be no such situation. So we will overcome this situation. So these uncertainties are there. There are some government policy uncertainties involved in government policy, with government policy as well. We don't know when the government policy will change. We don't know when the tax structure will change. We don't know when the this currency ban will come again. We don't know anything. So there are some uncertainty, and it will be always there. Uncertainty in different forms, it will be there. So the process is complex. Okay. Next, obviously, successful rate is not so high. So these are the different things. These are the different things of. These are the disadvantages involved with this strategic planning. So আমরা মোটামুটি দুটো জিনিস নিয়ে আলোচনা করলাম। একটা হচ্ছে সিগনিফিকেন্স অফ প্ল্যানিং, দ্যাট ইজ প্ল্যানিং এর কি অ্যাডভান্টেজ এবং কি ডিসঅ্যাডভান্টেজ। আরেকটা আমরা যেটা দেখলাম সেটা হচ্ছে স্ট্র্যাটেজিক প্ল্যানিং, হোয়াট ইজ স্ট্র্যাটেজিক প্ল্যানিং, অ্যান্ড তার কি অ্যাডভান্টেজ এবং কি ডিসঅ্যাডভান্টেজ। আমরা এগুলো একটু দেখলাম। নেক্সট আমি আরেকটা ছোট্ট কেস স্টাডি নিয়ে আলোচনা করব। সেই কেস স্টাডি নিয়ে আলোচনা করব এবং তারপর আমরা বেসিক্যালি আজকের ক্লাসটা শেষ করব। আর একটা জিনিস বলে রাখি যে ইন দ্য মেন টাইম আমি তোমাদেরকে একটা অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট দেবো, যত অব্দি আমাদের পড়া হয়েছে তার মধ্যে একটা অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট দেবো, বিকজ এখনো পর্যন্ত আমরা তোমাকে কোনো অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট আমি দিইনি। তো একটা ছোট্ট অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট দেওয়া থাকবে পুজোর জন্য। It will be a very simple assignment. It will be given in your Google Classroom, and you have to write it by your hand, and you have to submit it by scanning it in your Google Classroom assignment section. After puja, the date will be after Lakshmi Puja and all that, when your college classes will reopen. তখন আমরা অ্যাসাইনমেন্টের সাবমিশন ডেট থাকবে। So that will be given for your preparation purpose, that how far you have studied. Is there any difficulties or any question is there or not? To understand that, we need to do this. So assignment একটা দেওয়া থাকবে। যাই হোক, আচ্ছা। সো নেক্সট আমরা একটা কেস স্টাডির কথা বলছিলাম, একটা কেস স্টাডি নিয়ে আলোচনা করব। তো আমরা যে কেস স্টাডিটা নিয়ে আলোচনা করব সেটা একটা রিনাউন্ড কোম্পানি। ইউ মাস্ট হ্যাভ heard the name, that is the Bata company. Bata company is the footwear industry. It's a footwear company. I think all of you knows about this company, and I have a special attachment with this organization, as because I belongs to Batanagar, and my family members were involved with this organization. আমি খুব কাছ থেকে অর্গানাইজেশনটাকে দেখেছি একটা সময়। আমি অর্গানাইজেশনটার অনেক আমি নিজে দেখেছি আর কি। আমি অর্গানাইজেশনটার অনেক তোমার আপ ডাউন আমি নিজেই দেখেছি, যখন তোমাদের থেকেও ছোট ছিলাম। অনেক ছোটবেলা থেকে আমি দেখছি এই অর্গানাইজেশনটাকে, তাই জন্য এই অর্গানাইজেশনটার প্রতি আমার একটা আলাদা জায়গা আছে সবসময়। যাই হোক, আমি জানি যে আমি অনেক ভেতরের খবর জানি বাটা কোম্পানি, যদিও সেটা অন দা এরকম বলা উচিত না। জানি ইন দ্যাট সেন্স, আমি যেহেতু আমার ফ্যামিলি মেম্বার্স অনেকে এখানে ইনভলভ ছিল, অনেক, তো আমি অনেক কিছু দেখেছি এই অর্গানাইজেশনটা। যাই হোক, সো একটা সময় তোমাদের যদি মনে থাকে, তোমাদের হয়তো তোমাদের মনে থাকার কথা নয়, তোমরা জানো না, একটা সময় অর্গানাইজেশনটা ইন্ডিয়ার ওয়ান অফ দ্য লার্জেস্ট ফুটওয়্যার কোম্পানি ছিল। একটা সময় ছিল ওয়ান অফ দ্য লার্জেস্ট ফুটওয়্যার কোম্পানি, এবং it is Indian footwear industry is the second largest next to China, and it is segmented in two ways, namely organized sector and unorganized sector. Actually এরকম ফুটওয়্যার ইন্ডাস্ট্রিটা, আমাদের দেশের ফুটওয়্যার ইন্ডাস্ট্রিটা দুরকম ভাবে চলে, একটা যেটা অর্গানাইজড সেক্টর, একটা যেটা আনঅর্গানাইজড সেক্টর। There are lots of people are involved with this profession. ইভেন তুমি যদি বাটানগরে যাও, আমাদের সময় আমি দেখেছি, আমি জানি না এখন কি অবস্থা, বিকজ এখন আমি বাটানগরে থাকি না। তো থাকি না মানে আমি যাই, মাঝে মাঝেই যাই, আমার বাড়ি আছে ওখানে এখনো। যাই হোক, তো আমি দেখতাম যে অনেক আনঅর্গানাইজড ভাবে জুতো তৈরি হতো। সো দ্যাট ইজ আনঅর্গানাইজড সেক্টর অ্যাকচুয়ালি। তখন আমরা ওটা তো তখন তো আমি ওসব মানে হোয়াট ইজ অর্গানাইজড সেক্টর, হোয়াট ইজ আনঅর্গানাইজড সেক্টর বুঝতাম না, তো এখন বুঝতে পারি। তো বহু লোকের প্রফেশন ছিল, বহু লোক কাজ করতো, বাটা কোম্পানিতে কাজ করতো, বহু লোক বাইরে জুতো তৈরি করতো। সো ইট ওয়াজ আ গুড ইন্ডাস্ট্রি। এখনো আছে, বেশ কিছুটা আছে, বাট এখন বাটা কোম্পানি অনেক তোমার কম্পিটিটরও আছে। লাইক আমি যখনকার কথা বলছি তখন সিলেদার বা খাদিম ছিল না, মানে আমাদের ছোটবেলায় একদম, আমি যখন স্কুলে পড়ি, আমার ছেলের মতন বয়স, ক্লাস 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 এসব সময়, আমি যতদূর মনে পড়ে তখন সিলেদার খাদিম সেসব আমাদের নাম শোনা ছিল না। তখন আমরা জুতো বলতে বাটা কোম্পানি বুঝতাম, হয়তো ছিল, হয়তো আমি জানি না, আই এম নট শিওর অ্যাবাউট দ্যাট। বাট আস্তে আস্তে যখন কম্পিটিশন বাড়তে থাকলো, তখন একটা সময় আমার মনে আছে বাটা কোম্পানিতে 2-3 বার আমি দেখেছি, আমার মনে আছে লক আউট হয়েছিল। তার কারণ কোম্পানি চাহিদা ছিল না মার্কেটে, নিশ্চয়ই সেই জন্য হয়েছিল। তো যে কোনো অর্গানাইজেশন, ইভেন আমরা হিউম্যান বিং, আমাদের জীবনে আমাদের অনেক আপস অ্যান্ড ডাউনের মধ্যে দিয়ে যেতে হয়। বাটা কোম্পানিকেও আমি দেখেছি সেরকম আপস অ্যান্ড ডাউনের মধ্যে দিয়ে যেতে, বাট ইট হ্যাজ কাম ব্যাক ওয়েল, and that is the spirit, that is the thing. You have to come back, you have to fight back. So it has come back well. Now again it has gained a position in the market. It has a position in the market. তো আমরা সেটা নিয়ে একটু আলোচনা করব আজকে। এই কেস স্টাডিটা নিয়ে একটু আলোচনা করব যে হোয়াট ওয়াজ দেয়ার স্ট্র্যাটেজি, হাউ দে হ্যাভ কাম ব্যাক, এই কেস স্টাডিটা অনেক বড়, আমি জাস্ট স্ট্র্যাটেজিক প্ল্যানিংটা নিয়ে একটু আলোচনা করব, করে তোমাদেরকে আজকে ক্লাস আমি শেষ করব। বাট আমার মনে হচ্ছে এই সেশনটায় টাইম প্রায় এন্ড, তো ইউ জাস্ট প্লিজ রিজয়েন ইন দ্য নেক্সট সেশন। আমরা নেক্সট সেশনে এই কেস স্টাডিটা নিয়ে একটু আলোচনা করে আজকের ক্লাস আমরা শেষ করব। Okay, so come back in the next session, and if you have any question, any doubt and all this, we will discuss about those also. So please come back in the next session. Thank you.